Coming up, we'll uncover Eli Lilly's bold move to target telehealth companies over compounded Tirzepatide, a game changer for patients navigating treatment costs, plus Medicare's unexpected twist with Zepbound coverage and what it means for millions dealing with sleep apnea. And from biotech IPOs to GLP-1s stealing the show at the Golden Globes, the buzz around these medications is impossible to ignore. Don't miss a moment.
Welcome to the Downsize News. It's Monday, January 13th, and we're excited to share the latest on GLP-1 medications. I'm Lorraine Durham, and I've lost over 50 pounds using compounded Tirzepatide. That includes medications like Zepbound and Metsera.
And I'm Christopher Durham, and I've lost 93 pounds with the help of these medications. Today, we're here to chat about everything you need to know about GLP-1s: Metsera, Zepbound, Wegovy, Ozempic, Tirzepatide, and semaglutide.
Before we start, just a quick reminder, we're not doctors. We're passionate about GLP-1s and weight loss, but talking to a qualified healthcare professional is important before starting any medication or treatment.
And please join us for Downsize Live Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we dig into your questions and connect with you, our fantastic community. And while you're here, please do not forget to like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an update.
Now let's get into today's news and explore what's happening in the world of GLP-1s.
On Tuesday, news broke that Eli Lilly has started targeting telehealth companies with cease and desist letters over their involvement with compounded Tirzepatide. We reported this last week following the FDA's December 19th announcement that the Tirzepatide shortage is officially over, which triggered a 60 and 90-day grace period for pharmacies to stop compounding the medication. Now, of course, we're skeptical about this shortage actually being over. For many, compounded Tirzepatide has been a more affordable alternative to Lilly's branded options, Metsera and Zepbound. With Lilly's legal pressure, patients now face higher costs, insurance hurdles, and potential treatment disruptions. That leads up to a hearing on Tuesday. The Outsourcing Facilities Association, or the OFA, will face off with the FDA on January 14th, 2025. The OFA is challenging the FDA's restrictions on compounded medications, arguing they are crucial for patients when commercial drugs are too expensive or unavailable. While this hearing is significant, it's unlikely that a decision will be made on Tuesday or that compounding will end as a direct result that day. Instead, we expect to learn more about the legal process, the next steps, and a potential timeline for resolution. This case highlights larger issues around accessibility, affordability, and the role of compounding in addressing these gaps. For patients using GLP-1s like us to treat the disease of obesity, this fight isn't just about regulations. It's about preserving access to life-changing medications. We'll be following Tuesday's proceedings closely, and we'll bring you updates as the story develops. You can probably expect to see us come live, I would expect, at some point in the afternoon. I think the actual court case is just after lunch, so maybe by the end of the day we'll be live.
All right, we'll have to hit that notification bell so you don't miss us when we go live.
Yep.
In story number 2, big news for GLP-1 users. Eli Lilly's weight loss drug Zepbound is now available and eligible for Medicare coverage. But there's a twist. Medicare will only cover Zepbound for patients with sleep apnea. The Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, or CMS, announced this update on Wednesday. It comes after Zepbound became the first FDA-approved drug in the U.S. specifically for sleep apnea last December. This approval is key because Medicare doesn't usually cover medications classified as obesity drugs unless they're approved for a secondary condition. So what does this mean? Medicare can now pay for Zepbound when used to treat sleep apnea, a condition that affects about 1 billion people globally. However, private insurers don't have to follow Medicare's lead, so coverage might still be hit or miss for now. Why the focus on sleep apnea? The condition causes people to stop breathing during sleep, which can lead to serious problems like heart disease. Common treatments include CPAP machines, surgery, or weight loss. GLP-1 drugs like Zepbound can help patients lose significant weight, which often reduces the severity of sleep apnea. Eli Lilly isn't the only player here. Novo Nordisk, maker of Wegovy, also scored Medicare coverage last year for reducing the risk of heart attacks and strokes. Both companies are racing to prove their drugs offer benefits beyond weight loss, like improving heart health or managing chronic conditions. This decision could signal a big shift. The Biden administration has already proposed expanding Medicare coverage for obesity drugs, with changes potentially taking effect in 2026. If that happens, millions more could gain access to these life-changing treatments. For now, Zepbound remains pricey, over $1,000 a month, but analysts predict the GLP-1 market could hit $150 billion annually by the early 2030s. With momentum building, GLP-1 medications are proving to be more than just weight loss tools. They're game changers for chronic health issues.
So, this is an exciting move. As Lilly and Novo Nordisk get these drugs approved for more things, it just opens it up for more of you guys out there that need them. Now, it is for moderate or severe sleep apnea. Mm-hmm. And right now it's only approved for Medicare. Your insurance should follow at some point. Each insurance has a different approval policy. A lot of them are quarterly, so it may take a couple of quarters as it lags behind, but hopefully we should see more coverage.
We're glad that they're covering it for sleep apnea. It's a shame we can't cover it for obesity.
Well, that's what Biden was trying to get pulled off. Now, as we know, we have a new administration coming in, so we'll see what happens with that.
Right. I think eventually it will be covered for obesity. But for now, we'll take the sleep apnea.
Yeah, we'll take as much as we can get on that for sure. Story number 3, Metsera, a next-generation biotech company, has filed for an IPO just 9 months after it launched. The company plans to list on the NASDAQ under the ticker MTSR. Proceeds from the IPO will be used to fund its lead drug, MET-097I, through phase 3 trials and to cover other operational expenses. MET-097I is a GLP-1 receptor agonist designed to treat obesity. In a recent phase 2A trial, the drug showed weight loss of up to 11.3% after 12 weeks. It's pretty fast. It also has a half-life of 15 to 16 days, the longest of any analog peptide in development. This is significantly longer than Tirzepatide's 5-day half-life and semaglutide's 7-day half-life. A longer half-life could reduce how often patients need to take the medication, making it more convenient. Metsera launched in April 2024 with $290 million in funding and is led by Dr. Clive Meanwell. In November, it secured another $250 million in Series B round backed by major investors including Venrock, Arch, and RA Capital. The company's pipeline also includes early-stage obesity drugs designed to improve tolerability, boost efficacy, and make treatments more accessible. Metsera is stepping into a competitive market. Novo Nordisk and Eli Lilly dominate with obesity drugs like Wegovy, Ozempic, and Zepbound. Newer companies like Verdiva Bio are also entering the space with innovative GLP-1 treatments. Metsera's IPO aims to fund the next steps for MET-097I and other projects in its pipeline. The company hopes its advancements will lead to more effective and patient-friendly treatments for obesity. For patients, this could mean better options in the near future. Another exciting player trying to jump into the market. Yeah. We've reported on these guys before. The results look promising.
The more the better.
And story number 4, this past week, telehealth provider found introduced oral semaglutide dissolvable tablets as a new option for those seeking alternative ways to administer anti-obesity medications. The move comes hot on the heels of Eden's announcement about semaglutide gummies, signaling a growing interest in expanding GLP-1 medication formats. Found's compounded dissolvable tablets are priced at $189 for a 4-week dosage and aim to provide a needle-free alternative, especially appealing to cost-sensitive or needle-averse patients. However, it's important to note that oral formats have lower bioavailability compared to injectable versions, meaning less of the medication is absorbed by the body. As we mentioned in last week's segment on Eden's semaglutide gummies, there's currently no FDA-approved version of semaglutide in an oral dissolvable format, and no clinical research has been shared to validate its efficacy. This raises questions about safety and effectiveness compared to established injectable GLP-1 medications. We'll also wait anxiously to see when Novo Nordisk issues a cease and desist over their semaglutide patent and how the FDA reacts to these formulations and formats.
So if there's no proof that it works and it hasn't been approved by the FDA,
how do they get away with it?
Where is it sold? Is it sold at my CVS?
No, it's sold by Found. Found is another telehealth provider.
It's a telehealth provider.
I've never heard of the guys. I had to go look them up.
All right.
This is like Eden was last week with the gummies.
With the gummies.
This is some telehealth guys and some compounding pharmacies going, hey, we got an idea. We think we can sell it. And they're banking off Novo Nordisk's semaglutide research, thinking that it'll be okay. Not a lawyer, not a pharmacist, not a doctor. I don't see how this plays out.
I mean, it'd have to be a lot cheaper to get people to even try it.
I think there's so many people that are terrified of needles. The idea is a great idea.
Yeah, but does it work? No one knows.
No one knows. And is it going to be legally sustainable? Can you actually hijack Novo Nordisk's patent in this way? Well,
I guess
maybe not. I don't know.
Made in a compounding pharmacy? Is it made in a factory?
I would guess it's made at a 503B compounding manufacturing facility.
And compounding pharmacies make dissolvable tablets?
I guess so. But, 503Bs can only make these medications in time of shortage. So then maybe it has to be made at a 503A. Well, at some point you have to get enough manufacturing capacity and equipment that you're no longer individually dosing. Again, not a doctor, not a lawyer, not a pharmacist. Does this make sense to me? No. Would I do this? No.
In story number 5, the Golden Globes always bring glitz, glamour, and unforgettable moments. But this year, the 2025 ceremony had an unexpected star. GLP-1 medications. From the opening joke to the red carpet buzz and the commercials in between, drugs like Ozempic, Wegovy, Mounjaro, and Zepbound found themselves in the spotlight. Host Nikki Glaser set the tone immediately with her opening monologue. Good evening and welcome to the 82nd Golden Globes, Ozempic's biggest night, she quipped, earning laughter from the star-studded audience. It was a cheeky nod to ongoing rumors that GLP-1 medications are Hollywood's not-so-secret weapon for dramatic weight loss, especially ahead of award season. But this wasn't just about celebrity gossip. These medications, originally designed to treat obesity and type 2 diabetes, have sparked broader conversations about health access and proper use. On the red carpet, actress Kathy Bates made headlines for her transformation, sporting a 100-pound weight loss after addressing insulin issues with Ozempic. She looked radiant and confident. Bates has been open about her health struggles, and her red carpet appearance brought the conversation about GLP-1s back to the forefront. The message of these medications' true purpose was reinforced throughout the broadcast. Eli Lilly, the pharmaceutical company behind Mounjaro and Zepbound, aired multiple ads emphasizing that these drugs are not for cosmetic weight loss. One memorable ad, which debuted last year and played again during the Globe, stated, "Some people have been using medicine never meant for them, for the smaller dress or tux, for a big night, for vanity, but that's not the point. People whose health is affected by obesity are the reason we work on these medications. It matters who gets them." Weight Watchers also joined the conversation with an upbeat ad promoting its new clinical program, which pairs members with healthcare providers and GLP-1 prescriptions. Set to a jingle that reimagined Olivia Newton-John's Physical with the lyrics, "Let's get clinical." I love that so much. The campaign added a lighthearted touch to a serious topic. Meanwhile, Hers, a telehealth provider, ran ads for compounded semaglutide, signaling how mainstream these treatments have become. Social media lit up with posts declaring, "The winner of the Golden Globes tonight was Ozempic." The discussion didn't stop at jokes or ads. It's clear that GLP-1 medications are no longer a hidden secret among Hollywood elites. They're part of a broader conversation about treating obesity as a disease. For millions of people struggling with their health, this visibility matters. Seeing these medications at the center of the Golden Globes highlights their transformative potential. It's a moment to remind everyone that GLP-1s aren't just about fitting into a red carpet gown. They're changing lives by addressing a serious medical condition. As award season continues, one thing is clear. GLP-1s have a starring role, and they're here to stay.
So we watched much of the Golden Globes the other day. Lorraine loves an award show.
I love an award show. I do.
She did. I mean, what did you think of, the stars and the GLP-1 conversation?
What did I think of the Golden Globes?
Yep.
I thought Wicked should have won more awards. Hopefully they will on other upcoming award shows. But I love award shows. I love the Golden Globes. I love to see all the actresses. I thought Demi Moore looked fantastic. I thought Nicole Kidman looked fantastic. So happy for their wins.
Well, I mean, we've noticed Kathy Bates. I mean, she has a new show called Matlock based on the old series.
It's a good show.
It's a great show.
Yeah.
It really is if you haven't watched it. And it's not really a reboot of the old Matlock. It just sort of gives a nod to it. Mm-hmm. But she looks great. She looks healthy.
She looks great. I mean, I think about her Misery days where she was so heavy, and now she's, I guess, a normal weight, an average weight. So she's got to feel much better.
Well, what is she, 70 now? I mean,
I bet she's older than that. I don't know.
And she's leading this, primetime show, looking healthy. She's a fabulous actress.
Didn't we see something where she said she was maybe thinking of retiring and then got on this medication, lost 100 pounds, and then had more energy?
It was on CBS Sunday morning.
Yeah, then had more energy to keep up this kind of schedule that, a TV series requires. So, I mean, that's great. I think she looks great.
I love seeing GLP-1s, Ozempic, Wegovy, Zepbound, Mounjaro, all these kind of take the forefront and lead the conversation in this. So if it takes Hollywood stars to elevate the conversation, great. We're doing it one show at a time, right?
Yeah, I mean, they're giving it more visibility. More people are learning what Ozempic is, what Zepbound is. So, I mean, how could that be bad?
I'm with you. All right, our final story for the week is a personal story. Well, last week during our Downsize live stream, we shared some incredible news. We're launching our very first Downsize at Sea cruise. This 4-night GLP-1 adventure is happening July 23rd through the 27th, 2025 aboard the Celebrity Reflection. Setting sail from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, the cruise will visit the stunning islands of Bimini and Nassau, Bahamas, offering an unforgettable experience for the GLP-1 community. The cruise is all about connections, learning, and fun. We'll host exclusive meet and greets, Q&A sessions, and panels to dive deep into our own GLP-1 adventures and talk to you. Plus, there'll be group activities like line dancing with Lorraine, workouts, and plenty of opportunities to explore the beautiful islands. And of course, every guest will receive a Downsized swag bag packed with surprises. Prices start at just $8.99 per person based off double occupancy, but spots are limited, so don't wait. Book your room now. To learn more and reserve your spot, visit thedownsize.org. The link is in the bio. We can't wait to set sail with you on this one-of-a-kind adventure. So, do you want to go cruising with us? Because that's what we're going to do.
Sure, I do. I'll be there. We're all booked. That wraps up today's edition of the Downsize News. We hope you found the updates helpful and insightful as you navigate your own GLP-1 adventure.
And while you're here, don't forget to check out our Downsize store at thedownsize.org, where you'll find all our favorite GLP-1 companion products and more to support you. Before we sign off, if you've enjoyed following the adventure Lorraine and I are on and want to stay updated with real stories, insights, and tips about GLP-1s, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Be sure to hit the notification bell so you never miss our latest updates and live streams.
And a special thank you to our Club Downsize members. Your support means the world to us and allows us to keep creating content that inspires and informs. We couldn't do this without you. Your support helps us grow and continue sharing valuable content with those of us navigating life with the disease of obesity. I'm Lorraine Durham.
And I'm Christopher Durham. We are The Downsized. See you next time.